this stuff out of my shot, man. Okay. What's good, y'all? Man, I must say, it doesn't look good for the officer who had his knee on the neck of Floyd there. You know what else doesn't look good? Taking advantage of somebody getting killed and then go looting for it. That don't look good either. Now, look, I understand. You know, people get out there and they're in this cathartic state, want to get out there and get their loot on and stuff. And in their mind, they're justified. You know, they don't see this as them getting out there and stealing stuff. They're getting back and taking from the man. They're out there taking back from the white man what they feel that the white man is taking from them. This is justified, y'all. This is justice. So when you see, you know, black folks out there burning up their communities in this cathartic state, to them, this isn't just them out there destroying. Because we on the outside looking in, we looking at it, it's like, look, man, y'all are complaining and you're in a state of discontent because, you know, opportunities and the job market and stuff like that don't seem to be in well supply in your areas and in your communities. And then you would think that, well, if it's in such short supply, why would you go and burn down what little you have in the first place? That doesn't make any sense. And you're correct. It's not logical. It's not logical at all. But that's in their frame of mind. You know, they're not just out there stealing and taking advantage of a situation of somebody getting killed. To them, this is payback. You know, when they go in and they run in these stores, they're running in and out of stores and taking stuff and breaking stuff and ripping these places off. You know, it's justifiable to them. This is justifiable theft. This is their get back. You know, they're giving their community their comeuppance. Now, y'all, I'm not making an excuse for this. I'm just saying that this is the frame of mind. This is part of it. Okay, and yeah, it's grossly opportunistic. Truthfully, that's what it is. You know, and I've been trying to tell, and you guys, you know, those who still tune into my work, you know, I'm trying to say this for years. You know, the things that these people are upset about, these things, the police brutality and whatnot, y'all, this happens in your communities where it's run by Democrats. I've been trying to tell y'all this for years, but of course, you know, when we conservatives who happen to be, you know, black say this sort of stuff, we're dismissed and we're ostracized as Uncle Tom House N-words and all that sort of stuff. And we're just sucking the white man's, you know what, and we're trying to be his pet and all that sort of stuff. It's like, no, man, you don't understand. They've herded you as ballot cattle. You are their pets. Now, I'm using your language. That's not how I think of you. But if you guys are going to throw that language around of about who's got who, they're the ones who've got you herded into their communities. They're the ones who keep you in this state of discontent. They're the ones who make you prejudiced against somebody else and so in a state of feeling like you are owed and justice is due you, that y'all snap on each other. And the end result of it is you burning down your communities. Republicans aren't doing that to you. Black conservatives aren't doing that to you. And of course, you know, once they hear that, then it's a point of, well, that's because you guys don't pay any attention to us. It's like, wow, it's like it's unending. You have people that want to stay in a state of a discontent. It's like a drug for them. You know, that's just where they want to stay. And y'all, like I said, you can be angry or you can be free. You can't really be both. You can use, if you are actually oppressed, you can use anger to help you get free. But once you get free, you got to let go of your anger too, because if you don't, then you're still imprisoned. All right. Now, you've been given these people the power to keep you in the state of discontent that you're in. And these people enable you and they embolden you to carry on with this behavior that gets you hurt, that keeps you in a state of hurt. It keeps you there. And you've given them the power to do that. And you've cursed the ones who try to tell you, you might want to do something different here. Okay. But now this isn't me trying to lay blame, because I know how my black people can be. You can't say that sort of stuff without them saying you ain't got nothing good to say about black folks. It's not true. Not true at all. Because when I do have my good things to say about black folks, they're the black folks that you don't qualify as black. When we try to be upstanding citizens and try to make a way for ourselves and all that sort of stuff, that's just, when you say these positive things about black folks, well, them's just the black folks that are trying to be white. So it's like you can't win. Okay. But let me say this about the police officer. Man, I get it with police. When you hear somebody saying that they can't breathe, I get it. If a person can breathe in enough to say, hey, I can't breathe, chances are they're getting some air. Okay. I understand that. However, you have to give a person the benefit of the doubt when a person says that they can't breathe. Like if you go into the emergency room and say, yo, I got shortness of breath or something like that, that takes priority over anything else. Okay, shortness of breath, chest pains and stuff like that, you're gonna have to give that person the benefit of the doubt. All right, look, officers, there was one of him, 4 of you. All right, now if you're as trained as you think you are, and y'all, I'm not a police officer, I'm pretty sure, we've seen it where one person can get over on a few policemen. All right, you don't know how dangerous this person can be. But I think you've got enough margin of safety between the 4 of y'all and this one person who is in handcuffs. He's cuffed, y'all. He's on the ground. And if he's saying that he can't breathe, you got to give a person the benefit of the doubt that they can't breathe. Because when you can't breathe, y'all, air is one of those things that we can't do without for a very long period of time. Water, you can go a couple days. Food, you can, go maybe a couple of weeks. Air, you've only got seconds. And between the 4 of y'all, you've definitely got a greater degree of safety than this one person has who's running out of air. Okay? I get it at this point. And this is what? This is Minneapolis, Minnesota? All right. Very liberal state, being populated with some hostile Muslims. Who they got there? I think, forgive me if my geography is bad, so, I may not as be good with the political landscape and geography as people may think, but I think who they got there, who's that voodoo doll? Ilhan Omar, you got her there? These people ain't too crazy about America in the first place. So I can see where these cops will be on edge, but these cops serve communities that are in liberal run states. Once again, black people, you run by Democrats. You're going to be running into hostile enforcers of the law run by Democrats. It's like at some point, I'm hoping y'all will make the connection. All this discontent that you're feeling and how you feel like you're treated like second-class citizens, you live in places that are run by Democrats. You want to talk about the prison industrial complex and who's putting all these black folks in jail and all that sort of stuff? Well, the justice system is wrought with Democrats. All these liberals, these Democrats, they're pretty much running your justice system. The activist judges, they're all liberals. Who do you think's putting y'all in jail by the dozens? Come on, man. But you want to think that it's these white power Republicans. Like, man, you way off. They suckered you. You're carrying on the poison. You're carrying on the poison from generations before you, and these generations before you were done dirty by Democrats. And these dirty doing Democrats, you believe them when they try to tell you that the parties have switched sides. Come on, man. And see, police, y'all, you've covered up, unfortunately, police, you've covered up what the Democrats have done. And yes, there has been the Ku Klux Klan. There has been. And that's a history that you guys have not addressed. Maybe you might want to get with that and clear those things up, because the things that people are angry about today, they're angry about that stuff that was happening back then. And this was police who were in the KKK. Okay, and now these police are in these Democrat-run cities. It's still the Democrat Party, and police have yet to clear this up. trying to help y'all, man. I'm trying to help y'all. It's like, I'm not trying to be enemies with these people. Not trying to be enemies with anybody. You know, but this is stuff that needs to be cleared up. But this police officer, he's a policeman in a Democrat-run state, and they're probably, you know, it's like these Democrats, they push this stuff on people, and then of course, yeah, police officers are gonna snap too. They're gonna snap too. And so now you got this police officer, man. It's like, look, yo, man, I'm gonna say straight up, I wasn't too comfortable with that look in his eye. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and try to say that this person was racist, that he was racially motivated, but it's look, man. There seemed to be a lack of humanity in your eye. I think you, for a minute, this police officer, from what I could see, and please forgive me, y'all, but I'm not trying to make some arbitrary indictment here. I'm just giving an observation. By the look in the policeman's eye, it's like, look, man, I think for a moment, not only did you not see the person that you were holding down as a human being, and Democrats are notorious for that. Democrats are notorious for disqualifying a person's personhood. They're notorious for that. But I think this police officer forgot that he was human himself. You know, I wasn't comfortable with that look in his eye. Now, I don't know what political persuasion he is, and if he votes Republican, he's quite an embarrassment. And if he's a Democrat, well, he's just sticking to what Democrats are. That's just who they are. All right. I mean, and obviously, given the circumstances, look, man, it's like you're not bringing that much credibility to the police force too. It doesn't look good for you, man. It just doesn't look good for you. And I hate to say that, man, because it's hard to see what the facts are. What are the facts? I don't know. You know, because let me put it like this. Let me draw on my own experience. Let me draw on my own experience, man. You know, pride is one of those things that can get you killed. Pride is a word I can't stand, man. I wish we could make America grateful again, you know, instead of, you know, all this pride stuff that we talk about. But y'all, man, just on a local level, pride can get you into some trouble. Okay, pride will get you hurt. Man, just a couple of days ago, maybe about a week ago now, I'm in my studio, right up here, right? I'm doing my work. I get a bang on the door. See, like my studio is like, I got my door, you know, it's closed, but you know, then there's the hallway, you know, to this office space, and it was open, right? So I get a rap on my door, boom, boom, boom. Y'all know the classic cop knock, right? It's police, open up. All right, or whatever language they use, you know. Like, okay. So I open up the door, and they're kind of, you know, in their position, their position of safety, and to be able to observe and stuff like that. And they want me to come out with my hands up. Now I could have been like, why? What do you want? Okay. What is it that you want? And why are you sweating me? But no, instead, you know, because, you know, that could have led to big problems, y'all. So if they want me to come out with my hands up, it's like, all right. Here's my left hand. Here's my right hand. Come on out. Face away from me. Keep your hands up. Walk backwards towards my voice. All right. Go ahead and walk. Now, if I listen to the liberal media, if I listen to the narrative, if I listen to the Afrocentric narrative, if I listen to any of these caustic, poisonous narratives out there, I could have let fear consume me. And the last thing I might have seen was my shadow with my hands up. And I would have been a dead man. If I listened to the media, if I let pride consume me, if I let fear consume me, I wouldn't be alive right now talking to y'all. But no, instead of trying to make like, you know, no, I ain't no punk and I'm not going to do what you say because you got nothing on me and all that sort of stuff, that could have turned into a case. But no, it's like boom, 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 boom. Come on out. Want to see your hands. Left hand, right hand, hands up. Okay? And then, just like that, because I trust in the Lord. I trust in the Lord that he is not a spirit of fear. I'll fear him only, right? And they're like, relax, man, it's all good. We got a ping that there was a burglar in your neighborhood. There was a burglary. just coming in. We're coming in to check it out. The door was open. We thought that maybe he ran in here. Do you mind if we just go ahead and look around a little bit more? Oh yeah, for sure, man. Go ahead, take a look around. Right? Of course, if there's a burglar in the neighborhood, I want him to catch him. I'm not going to be all, why are you bothering me? Why are you sweating me and all that sort of stuff? No, if there's a burglar, I want you to catch him. I got nice stuff in here. Okay, you see my guitars, you see my drums and stuff like that? Yes, catch him. Okay? I'm not going to interfere with what you guys are doing at all. I want to make this as easy as possible. Catch him. I do not want my stuff to come up missing. I don't care if I was here and I'm the person that you need to talk to. It's like, what, you want to see my hands? Fine. Let's get this over with. And you guys get back out there to do your business and catch him. I'm not that full of myself where I'm not like, oh, what are you bothering me for? Come on, man. That's how people get killed. That's how people get hurt. That's how people get thrown in jail. They came in, they had a look, and they were like, wow, man, this is nice. It was all, they weren't there to sweat me. It's like, this is nice, man. It's like, what you recording music in here? So this is your recording studio? Cool, man. And then they went about their business. Why? Because I didn't act like I had something to prove. I didn't act like I had something to hide. Okay? Let's get something straight about what people think that their rights are. Y'all, if a policeman comes in or stops you on the street or pulls you over, or you feel like you're not doing anything or stuff like that, and they want to see your identification, y'all just give them your ID. Give them the ID. What is wrong with that? Let me explain something about a cop saying that they want to see your ID. Your identification, your driver's license is state issued. That's why it's called a state ID, your state driver's license. It is a state issued document, which means, guess what? The state can ask to see it because it's for their purpose as well as yours. Okay, it's a state ID. So when a representative of the state asks to see your ID, it is their prerogative to do so because it is a state issued document. Give it to them. Don't sit there and try to act like what your rights are. That's dumb, man. It's prideful. It's just a rebellious spirit that gets people hurt. That's all it does. Okay? So, y'all, I could have been a snot nose with the cops and I could have ended up getting hurt, thrown in jail, or worse, killed. Trying to play hard. It ain't worth it, y'all. There's no logic in it. There's no reason in it. Or another example, y'all. Another example. With my music project, 20 Pound Sledge. We were out in Joshua Tree doing some guerrilla filming, right? We filmed the video. If you guys hadn't seen it, Ticket Out of Hades. That video was shot out there. We just grabbed our gear, grabbed whatever lighting we can get. We jammed out there. Actually, our lighting was our headlights on our cars, right? We went out there and we shot that video in territory that we weren't supposed to be in. Hey, we didn't have no filming permits or nothing like that. We was just going to be, it's like, look, man, let's just get in there and get what we got. And God forgive us, man. It's because we weren't supposed to be doing it and we did it anyway. All right. And the police showed up. Y'all, look here. We out there in the middle. We out there way off in the desert in the park, right? It's still a park, but we still out there removed from folks. But the police, the Joshua Tree National Forest, the police, they found their way to us. They they caught up with us, right? And now, mind you, like I said, we out there where nobody could hear us scream, if you will. Okay. So they run up, it's like, cops come out there, and I guess they're so thirsty for some of that black blood. They can't wait to kill black folks. Well, I guess they could have dispatched of us and nobody would have known better, right? So we're out there and they could have made life miserable for us. But, it was like, no, man, we'll be cool. It's like, look, man, officer, we know we're not supposed to be out here. We just wanted to shoot a video, man. That's it. What you want to see our ID? Here, bam. Here's our ID. What you want? Insurance, all that sort of stuff. We know that we weren't supposed to be there, and we weren't going to sit there and get all defensive about it. Sometimes you just gotta be like, humble yourself and be like, look, man, okay, I get it. You got a job to do. You're asking questions. Part of keeping your neighborhood safe is police asking questions. You may not be the person that they're looking for. Is so what? If you're not the person that they're looking for, don't become somebody that they're looking for. Just chill out, calm down. If you really want, if you really want to make a mockery of the police, show them that you're not who they're looking for. It's like, yeah. I'm not who I know. I get it. You guys are probably looking for somebody. Maybe I matched your description, whichever. Well, guess what? I'm not him. Okay. Here's my ID, and all that'll prove that. All that'll shut that up. Okay. And then y'all can go about your business. But y'all, they could have impounded our stuff. They could have taken our cars. They could have taken our gear. They could have really made life miserable for us. But because we was cool, didn't try to act like a group of punks, talking about what our rights are and what they can't do and whatnot. You know, we finished shooting our stuff, and then we bailed on out. That's how it's like. And then from there, you don't give the police, a reason to stay on edge. Man, it's like, it's unfortunate that, like, when it comes to like us, conservatives who happen to be black, and you think that we don't care, about black folks, other black folks and stuff like that we've turned our back. And it's like, no, man. We got y'all in mind because we're trying, and not even just trying, it's just who we are. We got y'all in mind. And we don't want to do the things that can raise a police officer's or anybody else's apprehensions towards you. But unfortunately, what y'all are doing out there looting and doing all this crazy stuff and making all these protests and being profane and all this crazy stuff that y'all are doing, you're putting us in danger. Because who knows, man, it may be one of these times where we get pulled over, and it may be a police officer who's really on edge about us because of the stuff that's going on, and we might end up getting hurt because of the crazy stuff that y'all are doing. All right? Man, we're trying to help, man. We're trying to help, but you see us as the enemy. You think that we've turned our back on. You think that we're just sellouts and Uncle Toms and all this stuff. Man, we just trying to enjoy our freedom, man. But unfortunately, people have been brainwashed into thinking that that's the white thing to do. Wow, man. What's the white thing to be freedom? That's something that's exclusive to white folks. You can't enjoy freedom too. You're imprisoned up here. Your brain chained up here. And you let the liberal media and you let the generation before you keep you in a state of anger. You don't have that burden anymore. But you think that you got to qualify with these people by holding on to these caustic ideas. It's poisoning you. And then you go out there and you affirm it even more by setting your communities on fire. And I don't feel sorry for some of these communities, y'all, because these communities like Target and whichever, you guys pander to these people. And now you're getting what you get. Suckering these people and promoting this caustic, perverted narrative that you guys promote, pandering to your communities. Why? To just so you can make money off of them. And get policies voted in by the people that you lobby to. It's coming back on you. All right. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But your business may suffer for this. And you know what? Hey, you got it coming to you for being a part of the deception. All right. So, and unfortunately, and this stuff just keeps on going on. Black folks, who are discontented about this and who are doing this stuff, man, you think that it's white folks that are out to get you. Well, yeah, there are some. They're called Democrats. You keep giving power to them to come and get you. And in doing so, you're going to hurt each other, right? It wasn't white folks that went out and killed Malcolm X. Black folks killed Malcolm X. Black folks who think just like you whacked Malcolm X. All right. And you guys are doing it to each other. You guys are burning down your communities. You guys are messing up your abilities to have a place that could thrive because you're listening to these these fork-tongued, silver-tongued minions of the devil. That's what you're doing. You're listening to them. You listen to the lie. You listen to the accusations. Satan's name means the accuser, and you keep listening to people who thrive off of accusing people. And you don't learn. So y'all, what can we do? This has been a long hole that's been deeply dug. It's going to take a long time to get out. I try, and the messaging, we try to do the messaging. They cut us off from the messaging. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get that message out there. And these liberal overlords who want to keep control of the people, they don't want our message to get out there. Whatever it is that I'm trying to do, like I'm trying to work with my buddy Tracy Melchior. You know, she's got a she's working on a project right now that she's trying to work. Or she's passionate about helping to put an end to this nonsense, this relationship that the community has with police, trying to illustrate it from both sides of the coin without being wishy-washy about it, without trying to skirt around or be mealy about it and stuff like this. Like, look, this is what this side is thinking. This is what this side is thinking. This is what this side is doing. This is what this side is doing. Okay, let's take a moment to make some illustrations. The way the good Lord did it, he used parables. Some people ain't gonna get it. Some people do. We can't save everybody. You know why? Because the world's already been saved. The Lord done already saved the world. The problem is people learning to accept it. And too many people out there thinking they can save the world and they just running in circles. You can't save the world. We're not going to reach everybody, right? But we can make sense to some. There's some out there who hadn't really heard things from a certain perspective. Seeing an illustration, because y'all remember, these people they're given over to imagination. And that's why, you know, I'm working on this project with Tracy, because she understands that these people are given over to imagination. That's why she wants to make this series, this docu-series of parables, using these illustrations to be able to convey reason to people, because you might have noticed these people aren't exactly listening to reason. Reason is not a language that they understand. All right. So that's where she's like, look, man, we need to use this medium. It's a medium that's not used enough. It's used to the hilt by liberals to promote prejudice. How come we don't do this stuff to promote truth, to creatively promote truth? That's what she's trying to do. I'm with it. I want to help her. Okay. I hope you guys will help too. I'm pretty sure that y'all are well sick of this nonsense, and there's things that need to be addressed. And it's like, and a lot of conservatives out there, they're so defeatist, man. They're so, that's like, who cares what these people think? And don't waste your time on them. I get tired of hearing that. That's a weak, bury your head in the sand, cut and run, mealy attitude. And that's one of the reasons why liberals get as far as they do. Because conservatives, it's like they don't have the stamina. All right. And maybe if we would just, you know, understand that freedom isn't free, and you have to do your due diligence to maintain it, because you're always going to have people trying to pervert it. You know, well, my buddies like Tracy is trying to do her part, to use her resources to put something out in the culture and keep it out in the culture, not do some one-off thing, keep it going, to show why is there this discourse, and see if we can lead this back into a focus where we can bring the simmer. There's always going to be some heat, y'all, always going to be some heat. Because life generates heat, and it takes heat to help perpetuate life. You can't do it. That's a nominal degree that has to be maintained. But y'all, there's also a fever too. It takes heat to maintain life, and life itself generates heat. But y'all, we've got to overheat. There's an overheat happening. There's a fever happening. We got to bring the heat down to that nominal operating temperature. You know, that's what people like, you know, my buddies Tracy is trying to do. You know, she really cares about this stuff. Her father, police officer, husband is a police officer, right? She's not in any way trying to justify all I mean, heck, if law enforcement was all these saints, you know, if they were all these saints, you know, then we wouldn't have these lies against Trump, because there's evidently evil people that are in law enforcement. We know that there's evil people. Like I said, we've had police officers who were KKK. So I ain't trying to make no excuse for cops. I'm saying that there's some records that need to be straight if cops are going to distinguish themselves from this history, right? That's one of the things that we're trying to do. I really hope that you guys support the effort, you know, start talking about it. I know money is tight. Money is tight for a lot of folks, but start talking about it at least. Word of mouth itself is oftentimes worth its weight in gold, or worth its way towards that. Let's start putting it out. Let's start making it marketable, fashionable. to do these things, y'all, so we can help this, you know, so we can promote some healing. You know, I mean, man, I ain't trying to promote myself. I'm trying to promote the truth. You know, of course, you know, it takes, you know, kind of a little bit of my image to do that. Yeah, I get that. But it's truth, man. I hope you guys who've been listening to my work understand, man, it's the truth that I'm interested in. Same thing with my buddy, you know, Tracy. She's trying to do the same thing. You know, so, you know, look her up, Tracy Lindsay Melchior. You know, and start talking about her movie, ask questions, monochrome, that's what she's up to. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that with you. The state of discontent, that we're in from my humble perspective. It doesn't help anything, for when you have the Black community that goes off like this. It's just an affirmation. It's like, I get why you're doing it, but it's an affirmation to everybody else. It's like, wow, it looks like you guys really do need to be policed because y'all are destructive. You're destructive. Where the Black community is coming from, it's like, no, we're owed this. Nobody owes you anything. Two, you keep giving power to the people who are screwing you. And you've been suckered into believe that the ones who are trying to say, man, you don't have to take this. You could do this. You're suckered into believing that we're sellouts and whitewashed Uncle Toms. Not realizing that y'all keep selling yourselves out year after year, decade after decade, right? Trying to just tell you the truth. And you don't have to stay there, right? So at any rate, y'all, that's my thoughts on it. I hope it resonates with you. I pray to the Lord that I have spoken truth in a way that's a blessing to him. And Lord, forgive me if I haven't. Just want to promote the healing, y'all, trying to raise light, not heat. All right. Thank y'all. And we'll talk again soon.